All right, what about now? That should be good now. Angelos should be hearing me now. That was a good intro, too. That's a shame. Yep, okay, cool. So let me start that over, beautiful people. For some reason, live streams have just not been working properly for me. What we're going to walk through today as you're getting in here, we're going to walk through all the different pieces of, honestly, how they're lying to you. We've got the bill itself. I've got the media reaction. I've got the politics. I've got everything that they're openly telling you. They're trying to manipulate you. We're going to walk through it right now. I've got the bill itself, what they're trying to attempt to do to your gun rights, like all of it. And we're going to walk through it. And hopefully, all my stuff now is good. I swear, there has not been a live stream in the last 4 where has been some sort of technical hiccup. But I'm glad you guys are here to keep me honest. I appreciate you for that. All right, we got some salutes. We got some love your videos. I appreciate you guys as we get going on this bad boy. So, as I mentioned, you guys are filtering in. This is politics pure and simple. That's what we're talking about right now. I'm going to walk you through what's required, what's going to happen. We're going to stream it later on today, but I'm trying to lay out the groundwork so you guys can be informed. Call your senators, call everybody that's important in Washington, your representatives, because this is a really big piece of this animal that we need to get out there and just share with people. So as you guys get in here, we will keep going. But for those of you here early, how are you guys doing? Hope everything is well. We 5x5 per usual. Make sure you do the likes, the videos, the subscribes, the channels, the shares, all the things. When is it not? Appreciate you, Langley. Thanks for the work you're putting in the work. Hey, I love what I do. I appreciate you guys watching. Would not be possible without you guys. So, as you guys I'm sure are aware, if you caught my video last night, we talked about this vote, but now that it's getting closer, the media has just come out and outright saying what's happening out loud. It's not very common that they just flat out tell you they're lying to you, but I'm about to walk you through the entire thing. Don't forget to double check your YouTube subscriptions for your favorite firearm channels. Make sure you're still subscribed because of the changes in policy. That's actually very valid. Star Wars, they are changing the policy today. That is an important thing to note. And as you guys filter in, make sure you're sharing and liking and doing all the things that we can do to get this information out, because this vote today is going to be something to behold. I can tell you that right now. Keeping informed, that is the only thing that we can do. All right, guys, what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to run a quick ad spot from our sponsor because, honestly, can't rely on YouTube. I'll be real with you. So I'm going to hit that real quick, and then we're going to catch you on the other side as people are filtering in. And the content today is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, war is cracking off. We've got inflation issues. We've got stock market volatility. We have cash concerns. We have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum, coins, and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Boom, it is that simple, beautiful people. It is that simple. It makes the channel work, and I appreciate you guys for supporting our sponsors, every single one of them. All right, so let me get in here and let me just show you a few of the things, because I know we've seen a lot of videos that have been done on this topic. Like I said, I did one last night. Jared did one this morning. It's all great. We're generating energy towards the Senate. But let me show you what they are actually attempting to do to you guys here, because this is where it gets really nefarious. I'll be quite honest with you. That's not the right one. There we go. This is from the Axios, because they're not like lefty. Yeah, they are. Let me get myself out of the way, because whilst I have the voice, I have the face for radio as well. So let me get this going. Let me show you what we're doing here. We're looking at Axios. Heck with it. Let's just make it bigger for you guys. All right, so Here's the first thing that I wanted to hit for you guys, and I appreciate you guys calling the Senate. That's a really big deal. Here's what you're talking about. The Senate Dems are playing a game of politics, utilizing your Second Amendment rights and all of your emotions as fodder to further their own goals. That's effectively what they're doing, okay? Even Axios, as you can see here, I'm going to walk through this. Look at this. Scoop, Senate Dems line up behind Heinrich, Schumer bump stock ban. Okay, so the Dems are lining up. Of course they are. But not all the Dems, by the way. I'm going to walk you through that here in a second because this is all a big game. And someone asked me overall, like, what's, like, real talk, what's the odds of this passing? I'll be honest with you. I would give it a less than 1% chance, honestly. But that's not where the story is. That's the important piece, because even if it were to pass the Senate, it would still have to pass the House, and that's a whole nother debacle. So this is a political game that they are throwing out just to screw with you, just to screw with everybody else so they can better their chances in November. This is exactly, and I've said it a few times, this is exactly like the abortion ruling that came down with Dobbs, where they're trying to politicize it to get a better outcome for longer term goals. That's exactly what they're doing here. But I'm going to walk you through it because even Axios is saying it. Yeah, exactly. Jim Morrison says DOA. Yeah, but that's the point. They don't care. They want their power. That's what this is about. But let me show you. I'm going to show you, and then I'll show you the bill. A wave of Senate Democrats is backing a bipartisan bill to ban bump stocks after the Supreme Court threw out a federal ban on the gun attachment, Axios has learned. Well, I mean, to be fair, I learned that last night. Axios, come on. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat in New York, will try this week to pass a bump stock ban, knowing he's likely to draw an objection from at least one Republican, which would thwart the effort but boost Democrats' pre-election messaging. That right there. As we have said, I'm even going to highlight it just to make my point. As we have said a lot on this channel, a lot of the stuff that they do for gun control doesn't mean they're doing gun control right here in the moment. They could be laying the groundwork for gun control later. For example, in a hypothetical, let's say that they kept the House, they kept the Senate, and for some, beyond insane reason, Biden were to keep the White House. You've got a three control. You've got the House, the Senate, and the White House. Then they have a greater chance of passing whatever they want. They're using this as a sacrificial lamb to get whatever they want passed. That's the entire point. They're trying to sacrifice this vote, which they can always bring up in a later Congress, in order to get more control in the House and the Senate. They're playing their bets. That's exactly what they're doing. So let me continue. Johnny B, hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this man needs some attention and some love. Johnny B, if you do not know him, he's one of the funniest humans alive. He has entered the chat, and therefore, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. So let's keep going. Oh, Johnny, he's one of the funniest humans alive. Seriously, being out on the town with him at some of these events is some of my highlights of memories. Anyway, let's continue going. Let me show you the who's who is up here driving the news. Senator Martin Heinrich, Democrat, New Mexico, and Catherine Cortez Masto, Democrat, Nevada, and Susan Collins, Republican, Maine, have picked up 20 new co-sponsors for their banning of unlawful machine guns parts since the ruling. That's bump. So, you got to bump it. Why wouldn't you make a name that's called the Bump Act? Anyway, keep it on trucking. You got some rhinos and you got some Democrats. Now, here's something that stands out immediately right off the bat with me. You got 20 senators co-sponsoring it. That's not a lot compared to what they normally do. That's something important. Same thing in the House. When they don't have tons of co-sponsors, same kind of thing. But let me continue because we're getting into the political meat here. This is the game. Republicans are likely to object to Schumer's unanimous consent request to pass the bill. And I mentioned that in the video I did last night on this. He's going to try to do unanimous consent. And I've already got Katie scheduled to film and analyze this entire thing as it's happening. So we're going to get to you as fast as we can because I'll probably be live streaming it. But you're literally talking about something that is extremely difficult to pass. Unanimous consent is a move that Chuck Schumer gets up and says, I would like to suggest a vote for unanimous consent, and then the Republicans would say, I reject or I accept. That is literally it. They have to get exactly 50% and have no objections. If they get one objection, the entire thing dies. Q, which is highly likely to happen, which then you're going to get the Democrats to come out with their pre-spooled up speeches about how evil Republicans are and how bad they want machine guns in 4-year-olds' hands and how bad they want to destroy the entire planet. That's what's going to happen. I don't know who it's going to be. I can bet you Chris Murphy's going to be one of the Democrat respondees, and I mean, I don't know. It could be Cory Booker. It could be Warren. I don't know who it's going to be, but to be honest with you, that's what we're going to be watching. It's all about the political gamesmanship, because that's all this is. Cory Booker did the last one. Remember, he said inaction is complicity. That whole thing, it's just silly. But anyway, here's Axios saying the same thing I'm saying. A little late, but whatever. Even a single GOP objection would give Democrats the opportunity to paint Republicans as broadly against a ban that polls have shown is popular and was put in place under the Trump administration. This is the point right here. They are trying to put the Republicans on the other side of the polling in order to get a personal gain. That is exactly what's happening. They are weaponizing the Senate in order to get a political gain for themselves. That's what you're looking at. Even Axios is reporting it. You guys are looking at it right here. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you. I called John Cornyn's office. Yeah, I wonder how that would work. But as we go through this, guys, it's really fascinating to see the media behind gun rights activists on YouTube. And not just me. I'm talking about all of us. We've all done this. We've all said this is the way it's going to be. It's really fascinating to see the media slow on the uptake here. But anyway, I'm not going to explain what a bump stock is. That's obvious. Here we go, the big picture. The Supreme Court's decision brings fresh attention to the debate over gun control ahead of the November election. Again, they are trying their hardest to make it about something other than immigration, inflation, economy, jobs. Anything that's bad for Biden, they're trying to shuffle it down and trying to get guns up to the top. That's what this is all about. Democrats are confident. Look, I'll even highlight this. Democrats are confident that voters, on balance, will reward any efforts as moderate firearm restrictions. They will reward efforts. What does that translate to? They will get benefit from manipulating the Senate processes in a big, grand dog and pony show spectacle for their own benefit. It's exactly what you're looking at. Look, even here, I mean, good Lord, these guys are so predictable. Between the lines. Two vulnerable Senate Democrats from battleground states President Biden won in 2020, Jackie Rosen, Democrat Nevada, and Bob Casey, Democrat Pennsylvania, co-sponsored the bill. Could it be any more clear what they're doing? It's all politics for themselves and for the Democrat Party. By contrast, Senators Sherrod Brown, Democrat Ohio, and John Tester, Democrat Montana, who are seeking re-election in states Trump won twice, have not signed on. Does this not tell you exactly what this is? The Democrats who are vulnerable aren't touching it with a 9-mile pole. The Democrats who are confident in swing states, they're touching it. They're jumping all over it. They're jumping up on it like they're riding it like a bull at a rodeo or something. I don't know, but you get my point. Good Lord. It's just absolutely insane. I'm going to check here. I was going to call, but my senator happens to be Chucky. That's hilarious. That is so funny. All right, so let's just keep going here. I got caught up here. Excellent. So now, yeah, it is a waste of taxpayer dollars. Exactly right. And here's the last piece, and then we'll move to the actual bill. Schumer's strategy of prodding Republicans to block the measure without a recorded floor vote could provide some cover for vulnerable Democrats in red states. Guys, I mean, I don't know how to make it more clear that this is a political game for Democrat power. They are literally saying it in Axios, and Axios is not a right-wing source. Everyone knows what this is. It's literally just a matter of tuning in and watching the fireworks go. And look over here at the bill. I mean, like, this is the actual bill. Let me walk you through it here. This is in the 118th Congress, first session. This is a retread of a bill they put out in the 115th Congress, I believe. I mean, literally, this act may be cited as banning unlawful machine gun parts of 2023. Let me get to the juicy part. That's just the definitions. This is the part right here. It shall be unlawful for any person to import, sell, manufacture, transfer, receive, or possess in or affecting interstate or foreign commerce any manual, power-driven, or electronic device primarily designed or redesigned so that when the device is attached to the semi-automatic firearm, the device materially increases the rate of fire. Now, this is interesting. They're trying to make it, again, about the rate of fire. What is that rate of fire? Nondescript, indeterminate. But that doesn't matter. We want that machine gun gone. Well, if you're making it about rate of fire, what is it? 100 rounds a minute? 10 rounds a minute? What is it? It's not stated. So it's ambiguous. Great. Let's continue. The second part approximates the action or rate of fire of a machine gun. Any device, part, or combination of parts that are designed and functions to materially increase the rate of fire of a firearm by eliminating the need for the operator of the firearm to make a separate movement for each individual function of the firearm or the trigger, which is silly. It's exactly what a bump stock does. It's not about bump stocks. It's about control. A semi-automatic firearm that has been modified in any way. This is the part that they're going to try to sneak it under the NFA. This is the important piece. A semi-automatic firearm that has been modified in any way materially increases the rate of fire of the firearm or approximates the action or rate of fire of a machine gun. Again, not clarified, but of a machine gun, because that's scary. Again, this bill would not even stand up into scrutiny because it's not specific. This is a puff bill that is all about scaring people. Anyway, continue. I don't care about that part. That part doesn't matter. IRS, whatever. Here we go. Last part, this part right here. Amendment to the National Firearms Act of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 is amended by striking and a destructive device and inserting a destructive device and a semi-automatic firearm. So they're trying to put semi-automatic firearms underneath the NFA if they have one of these devices on them. So, I mean, that would be literally anything that could adopt like a Glock switch, which would be a semi-automatic pistol, or, you know, these bump stocks like that. They're trying to make this incredibly insane in order for the pack-a-punch of politics. But that's what we're talking about right here. That's the actual bill, and that's it. You know, normally their bills are like 500 pages, a bunch of gobbledygook. Yeah, it's 4 pages. That should tell you something right there, too. Let's go back to Axios. And Senate Dems line up behind Heinrich and Schumer's bump stock ban. That is what this is all about. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's so friendly. Oh, look at him. Your neighborhood gun controller who can't grill meat without cheese. Love it. But that's what we're dealing with. I mean, what I honestly expect, they can go stuff themselves. That's true. So this is what they're going to do next. And honestly, that's what we're going to be covering today in a live stream. It's all about the political impact in the election. That's it. They're trying to provide cover, even in Axios reporting. They're trying to provide cover for the Democrats who are vulnerable, like John Tester and I can't remember the guy in Ohio, whatever. And they're trying to give bona fides to the ones who are comfortable. That's exactly what you're talking about. This has become an election game. What I would expect today is a lot of fake outrage, a lot of very high, lofty rhetoric, probably some name calling. You know, I don't know who it's going to be. Definitely Chris Murphy. I bet you. Chris Murphy never misses an opportunity on a gun control vote. But I don't know who the other one's going to be. But you got 20 people. I mean, the odds of this not getting resisted are so slim. It's extremely unlikely that you're not going to have a Republican resist this. But it's all about Dems painting Republicans as insane. That's what this is about. But anyway, let me jump over to chat here. Make sure you guys are getting... you'll get more out of talking to a brick. Jerry Mikulik would have to be banned. Yep, that's exactly right. Hello, everybody. Big Hammer, that's some love right there. I watch or at least let it run if I like the channel. That's how they get the money. That's how everything is provided from all the sources, all the employees we've hired, everything that we do. I mean, it's reality. It costs money. But anyway, so guys, what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna, in the live stream, I've kind of shown you what to expect. We're gonna pop in as soon as that speech and that call for unanimous consent comes live. We'll probably be ahead of schedule a little bit just so we can catch it for you guys, but I will be live streaming it today, so make sure you've got that subscription turned on, all your notifications on, and thank you so much for watching the pre-show to the crazy, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.